see them because, believe me, when you cook as many dishes as I cook, there's no two ways about it. You got to look at the recipe so you won't get it wrong. No, see? Now, into this, I'm going to put a little olive oil, a couple of tablespoons full of olive oil to brown that nice pork, to make a pork jambalaya. To me, that's the best jambalaya. There's no two ways about it. Every one I eat, I say, this is the best I ever tasted. It says here 2 tablespoons full. That's about right. Put that lid back on there good. I don't want to spill my olive oil, no. No, let me turn that fire on. Got the right one that time, yeah. All the fires are going real good. I'm going to put this on a medium, and I'm going to put that pork in there and just brown the hell out of it. This is cut special for jambalaya. Let's get in there, boys. And it'll brown. Take a little time maybe, but it'll brown. Let's get down in there real good. Let's see what kind of fire I got on. I may have to put that on a medium. That's what it's on. I got to burn it. Now, while that's starting, I got to tell y'all one story I haven't told in a long time. It happened years ago. Because, I'm a safety engineer. I wear both belt and suspenders. I don't take chances. I've done a lot of safety work all over the world. And I'll tell you right now, I heard that they had a big meeting in Chicago called the National Safety Congress. Not like the one in Washington, D.C., but all about safety. Well, when I first started, I wanted to learn all I could because I needed to learn all I could. And so I went up there. Went to a big boarding house called the Conrad Hilton. Walked in there, and there was a clerk behind the desk, He said, "What can I do for you, partner, huh?" I said, "Not a damn thing, partner. I got a reserve here." He said, "You do? What's your name?" I said, "Front name or behind name?" He said, "Both of them." I said, "Justin Wilson." He don't understood that. He said, "How you spell that?" I'm so glad he asked because I just learned how. I spelled it for him. He said, "Let me see." He said, "I don't see." I said, "Wait, let's stop. You ain't no speed reader. I'll help you look and read now." He turned one page. I said, "Whoop, there's my name." He said, "But you got to write your name on the register." I said, "Put them out here." He put a little card out there, and I'm putting my name real careful because some people can read reading, but they can't read writing. You know how that is. And just when I get through printing my name good, right across it walked the biggest damn bed bug I never saw before again in my life. And I backed up 4 or 3 steps, and I looked at that cluck right on the eye. I said, "I want to tell you something. I've been bit by the flea in Shreveport, Louisiana, bled by the spider in Houston, Texas, and chased by the policemen in New Orleans, Louisiana. But that's the very first time I ever had a bed bug look up my room number in my life, I guarantee." I got to lower that fire a little bit whether I want to or not. So I put it on medium low. Yeah, just hot enough. It is frying just right. All I want to do is brown it just a little bit, not too much, to be sure I get all the taste of it in that jambalaya. It's pretty good. I'm going to take it out there and put it in that bowl, put the other stuff in this bowl, in here, and see how much of it I have to leave out so I won't run over the thing. I bet I don't have to leave any out. I'd bet money on that. Oh, man, y'all looking good, boys. Put that back on medium. Oh, man. Ooh-wee. You're browning pretty good, brown enough for me. I won't eat you until you cook more, though, I can tell you that. I like rare meat, but not rare pork. Taking that out of there. Then I'm going to put some onion in that, all kind of goodies. And it all tastes good. That's the good part about it, yeah. Whew. Yes, sir. got to take this out like this because I ain't gonna pick that old heavy thing up and drop some on the floor. I'd have to get down there and pick it up. Put it back in that pot when nobody's looking. That ain't nice. Oh, you're doing good. Up. That landed on my recipe, and it's clean, I guarantee. Now I'm going to have to hold this up and dump it in there. Don't send yourself on that fire, those you stand. Worry not, man. I'm not going to do that. And I got to keep my oil in the bottom because I'm going to put them onions in there, and I want them to kind of get clear looking before I put anything else on it. Because I'll put some bell pepper too, little things like that. Now that's pretty meat. That is beautiful jambalaya meat, I guarantee. Now get back on that way you belong. And you just go right over here for a minute or two. Now, into this, I'm gonna put 3 cups of onion chopped. Yes, sir. A half a cup of bell pepper chopped. Now I got to stir that in there like I'm supposed to. Stir that around. All right, onion, get the smell of, ooh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, I smell it already. Into that, I'm gonna put some parsley. 1 cup of chopped parsley. Get in there. Got it. And stir that in there. That parsley looks good, it smells good, it's good for you. I told you that for true. Now you can go in there as you stand. Into that, I'm gonna put, not right this moment, I'm gonna put some chopped garlic, but not right this moment. What I'm gonna put in there right now is a cup of dry white wine. That's right. The reason I'm not gonna put the garlic, you got to have a little liquid in that garlic. If you don't, it'll just take all the flavor. And I love the flavor of garlic, and you'd be lying about a thing. Now I got a little liquid in there. I'm gonna put that garlic in it. See that little liquid? Let's see, that is exactly 1 tablespoonful of chopped garlic. That was a big tablespoon, I'll tell you. Got you in there. Just get it all. All right. Mm-hmm. Stir it around. You're gonna stir it around there. Get it all in there. So every little bite will tell you to taste the garlic, and you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. Now, into this, I'm gonna put some dried mint. You know, I don't use bay leaf anymore at all. I use dried mint practically all the time. In fact, all the time when I'm cooking, because it doesn't hog the flavor like mint does. If I put that much mint in there, all you could taste would be mint. That's true. I mean, bay leaf. You put that much bay leaf, all you taste is bay leaf. Guarantee. Whew. Now into that, I'm going to put a half a cup of steak sauce. I'm going to put mild picante sauce first, though. That's a half a cup. Good stuff, too. Get that up now. There you go. And stir it in there good. Smelling good already. Now I'm going to put a half a cup of steak sauce, good steak sauce. Actually, it's Creole ketchup. That's what all steak sauce was at one time, I was told. I'm not going to swear to that, because it would be, I may commit perjury, and I don't want to do that, no. And this athletic nose smells that. It smells so good that that made me remember what it was right there. on my face. Stir that in. Now I got to put just a little salt. I got a lot of meat and a lot of stuff here, so I don't know how little the salt's going to be. I'm going to put in there right now about 3 teaspoonfuls of salt. That's one. Y'all don't believe me, but I guarantee that's a teaspoonful of salt. Come here, spoon. Where you are, teaspoon? Let's just show these people I know what I'm talking about. You see that teaspoonful of salt? That's all it is. That's 2. 3. I usually put a teaspoonful of salt in for every cup of rice, and I got 3 cups of rice over there, and I got some other vegetables here, so I'm gonna have to add another teaspoonful of salt, or just a little sliver or so, you know, just to be sure I got enough in there. Now into this, now we've got enough fire going where I can put some rice. 3 cups of rice is what I got right here. 3 cups. Got to put a little cayenne pepper in here after I get the rice. Put that in there and stir it in. Then I'm gonna put the meat and then the hot pepper. Put the meat in there. Ooh-wee, that's smelling good here. Y'all smell it? Man, that's gonna be good, yeah. Let's just put a little water on that. Come here, water. Don't act funny, just come on over here. Let's get in there with a little of you. Now you put water in here about 1 inch above the rice. So I'm gonna add a little more water in just a few minutes, but I'm gonna put the meat in there. So I know how much meat, how much rice I got in this doggone thing. I hope I can get all this in here. I don't know if I can or not. But you know what? I'd bet money on me. Because rice is gonna take up all the water. And we're gonna put this in here just like we're supposed to. The whole thing, maybe. Yeah, let's put it all in there. In here, not on the floor. You didn't think I was gonna get that in there, did you? I didn't either. But I got to stir that rice up into this, pour a little more water, because all this will shrink as it cooks, believe it or not. The rice will take up all the water that I put in it, and then the meat will be mixed up with the rice, and I'm gonna put a little more salt. I'm telling you, that's not enough for all that meat. Now I know how much I'm putting in there. You may not know, but I know. Here's the water, right here. I got to cover that with water. Now you know I look like that may go boil over, but it's not. Hope not anyhow. That's just about right. Mm-hmm. See how that rice is there? Just bring it up over this. Get some of it on top of that meat so I can tell if it's a 1/2 inch of rice. I'll be able to tell, don't you worry. I've been doing this a long time. A couple of days. That's right. All right, now let's go here. You're looking good. You're looking like you're supposed to look. I'm gonna cut that fire down a little bit. I'm not gonna put the lid on it yet, because when I put the lid on it, practically all the water's gone. And that should have just a little bit more water in it. I hate to do this to it, but I got to. Got it. 3 tablespoons and a half full of water. Now, ooh, boy. While I'm standing up here, I'll tell you the rest of that story I was telling you a while ago about me at that safety congress they got in Chicago. Let me look at this. Going good, going good. Cook, baby, cook. And I'm gonna lower this fire to a medium low. I'll sit down like that so I can read the damn thing. Hey, got it. I put it on low, actually. Stir it one more once and let it cook a while. Then I'm going to put the lid on it, and that rice will just steam. The rest of that story is this, I went and got on the elevator in that big boarding house, Conrad Hills. Got on the elevator, and there was a lady on there with a little boy cheering, about 9 or 8 years old, cute little boy. And she got him by the hand real good, don't want to lose him. And a great big woman got on there, weighed most a bale of cotton, 510 pounds. And push up against the little boy when a whole bunch of them safety engineers get on and overload the damn thing, Well, alligator started and went to the magazine floor, and that big fat female woman let out a scream, zoom, knocked over 12 or 11 of them safety men getting off so fast. And everybody looked at that little boy like he's a sheep-killing dog. And he looked at him with both eyes and he told him, I did it. I did it. I did it. She stuck it in my face and I hauled off and bit it. Man, I got to taste some of this food to be sure it tastes good to the people who are going to eat it. Now, this is jambalaya. Spread out there. Now you got it. Put that there like a little gentleman. This is mustard green. I like any kind of green. Mustard green, kale, cabbage, turnip green. Anything you got that's green, I will eat it. I'll eat anything else you got too, most probably. Now I got to put my napkin on like a little gentleman and fix this up right. Whew. Come here, red napkin. Tuck it in your belt so it won't drop on the floor. Now you got it right. Spread out. Oh, of course I'm gonna pour a little wine, a little red wine. Maybe you're supposed to eat some other kind of wine with pork, but I like red wine, so that's what we're gonna have right now. And I got to taste these greens first because they look like they're good. Come here, green. I guarantee. Now. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee. I'm gonna taste this jambalaya first. Let's just go ahead on and cook. Get the part of the chicken that I like. Turtle stew, come here, boy. You know that looks good? This is going to be good, I guarantee. I talk to it like it knows what I'm talking about. I like it, it's good. I believe in easy cooking, believe me, I do. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee. And today, we're gonna cook a pork loin and pork backbone with turnips. Man, you talk about good. To even think about that makes me want to start eating it right now without putting anything on it, but I got to put something on it. What I'm gonna put on here is some garlic powder, some salt, and cayenne pepper, and then I'm gonna pour just about half a cup of wine and a half a cup of water around there. First of all, goes a little garlic powder, just a little. We sprinkle it on there very lightly, Let's get on there right. And we're gonna bake this. We started off at 350. Put it in the oven with an oven at 350 degrees, preheated oven. And then I got to pat that on there. Yeah, you ain't gonna do like that. That's that side. Then I put salt. Just sprinkle salt on it. Not too much, but enough. And we'll pat that too. Now we'll put some cayenne red pepper on that. It looks like a lot, but it's not. Just enough, really and truly. Now I got to pat that on there. And I got to turn these over and do the same thing again on the other side. See there? With the fat side up. That's the way I like to cook them anyhow, with the fat side up. You know what? I got to rinse my hands. Thank goodness I got that little pot of water handy. With that red pepper can get awful hot on your hands, particularly if you reach up to your eyes. Now, put that right there. Do the same thing some more. Garlic powder, just lightly, you know. And that good fine garlic powder. Salt. See, I'm not going to pat this on this side. I know how much I'm putting on there. Worry not about that. Cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is good for you. You know, black pepper, nothing but wood. Did you know that? Huh. Nothing but wood. But I like the taste of it. I don't cook with it, though. It doesn't cook good. Now, into here now, not on it, but on that side, and down here on this side, we poured a mixture of water. I got to dry my hand and get that, be sure I don't have that red pepper on there. Put that over here out of my way. And put the lid on this. Now that's all it goes on. This is what you call easy cooking. I'm gonna put this in this oven. It's preheated at 350 degrees, and then I'm gonna lower it to 325 or 320, whatever I want, depending on how long I want it to cook. And it cooks quickly, cooks easy. Here, let's go. All right, now pot, let's go in that oven without any arguing or anything like that. And it generally minds me pretty good. Get in there and go to cooking. And in just a little while, I'll lower that. I got to put this out of my way because it's in my way. And what I'm going to do is just put it over here. Put you over there. There you got it. I don't think I'll need this either. Put these over there. If I need you, I know where you are. I can find you. Don't worry not. Now I'm going to fix backbone and turnips. A wonderful dish, believe me. I know a man that I could call him right now, no matter where he was, what he's doing. He'd quit his job to come eat backbone and turnips. I got in here now, I've got about, let's see, in this pot, I got to get all that in there, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil in there to be sure nothing burns. That's how you do it. 2 tablespoonfuls. I got my recipe right here. I'll keep it so I'll be doggone. You got to act like that. Now you got you. See, I'm ambidextrous, ambiguous. Got it. It said 2 tablespoons, didn't it? Sure did. Exactly 2 tablespoons. Be willing to bet. Got to put a fire under that now. Got to be sure I get the right one. Let's see. Never do get the right fire. I want to put that on a medium fire, like that. Get on there so you even. Now you even. Now into this, I'm going to put 3 cups of chopped onion, good sweet onion. I love onion. Make an onion sandwich every time I get a chance. And 2 cups of chopped green onion. Like them onion. Let me put this out of my way so that I can stir this properly. There you go in there. Sing a song. Then I put about a cup of bell pepper, not quite a cup. I don't think it's a cup and a half, it says. It looks like a cup and a half, all right. Now, let's get out of there now. Let's don't mess with my hands are clean, except for a little red pepper. Then I put some celery, a cup of celery, chopped celery. And I stir. You hear that pot, don't you? I hear it. Down on tea, I hear it. Stay still there. Now you stay still. And that's the very dangerous thing I did. I very rarely do it. I generally have a pot holder. And I got one handy right here, right now, in case I need it. But you could catch that damn dish towel on fire very easily with these fires, you know that. Now I'll put a full cup of, I think that's a cup and a half, a cup chopped. It's a cup of parsley. That's a good cup, though, I'll guarantee. Oh, yeah. And I stir. Come here, boy. Oh, wee. I got a story to tell y'all, but I can't do 2 things at once. I can walk and chew gum, but I got to always be sure I got all this stuff in here. Now, that I put in there with the parsley. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons. Now, those are big teaspoons. That's garlic. 2 teaspoons full of garlic powder. Stir, man. Don't mess it around. Stir that garlic powder into there real good. Now, it looks like a lot of trouble, but it's not, because this cooks a long time, and it can make a meal by itself. And the backbones I love. Now, into that I got to put some peanut butter melted in 2 cups of boiling water. That's what this is. See that right there? That's peanut butter melted in boiling water, and it tastes good. I love peanut butter anyhow. Oh, man. Whew. Let's stir that in there as you stand, because that's going to help improve the taste of anything, I guarantee. Can y'all smell this? I can. Now into this, I'm going to put a cup of, no, I'm not, I'm going to put a cup and a half of Sun-Sweet lighter bake, and it's delicious stuff. It's sweet and nice, but not too sweet. This won't be like a jelly roll. It's going to be good pork meat cooked with all these delicious vegetables. And with this Sun-Sweet lighter bake, it helps make a good gravy. I'll tell you that for true. And I got to stir that in there too. Man, this thing's gonna be done before I'm ready to eat it, you know what? Better hurry up then. Ooh-wee. See that thing nearly caught on fire? It wasn't. Thought it was. Now into that, I'm gonna put a cup of dry white wine. People worry about me forgetting about my wine. I don't ever worry about that. I'll get it in there every time I cook. I cook with wine for just one reason, believe it or not, two reasons. I think it enhances the flavor, but better than that, it takes all the bitterness out of onion, bell pepper, sweet onion, anything like that. It takes the bitterness out of it, and that helps. Anything I can't stand is bitter food. Oh, man. Y'all looking good and smelling good. Now, taste it. I got a tasting spoon here. I'll taste it in a little bit. Now, into that, I'm going to put some mushrooms, sliced mushrooms. Chopped mushrooms, rather. They sliced it and they chopped them a little bit. About, I would say there's 2 cups of chopped mushrooms here. And I use all kind of mushrooms, but I particularly like to use the shiitake mushroom, but these are not shiitake. These are regular mushrooms where any store would have them. In the store where I got this stuff, they had them, and there they are in there right now. Stir that in there too. Now I got to put some, all I'm going to do is put some hot sauce, just a little. I'm not going to put much. This recipe called for 2 tablespoons of little hot sauce. I'm not going to put that much in there. I'm just going to put about a tablespoonful, just about. I shook it first. You notice that? Exactly a tablespoon. It's good, yeah. Stir it, man. Got to stir that. That's smelling good to me. Ooh. Now into this, I'm going to put some chopped. First of all, I'm going to put a little salt. I got to put some salt in there. It says about a tablespoonful of salt, or as much as you like. Now, a tablespoon is going to be just about enough of this. Of course, there's a lot of meat there and a lot of turnip. So I may put a tablespoonful and a Justin Wilson measure of a tablespoon. Now, that's a tablespoon. And that's the rest of Justin Wilson measure right there. But there, and it always comes out. I don't know why, but it does. Comes out good. Oh, boy. Now the turnips come in. We're going to put the turnips in there. 6 cups of peeled and chopped turnips. Aren't they pretty? You know, turnips are so good. A soup isn't worth a damn, a vegetable soup, unless you got turnips in it. Like I say, my hands are clean. I want to get every bit of that in there. Got it. Put this over here and put the rest of these little things in it, like this one. Get in there. And this one. Come here to me, you backbone. Ooh, I love backbone. That is the country way of making pork chops, you know. That's all it is. Stir those turnip in there. It's nice and thick. You don't need rice with it. All you do is you eat it by itself. I may have a little pork or loin with it when I sit down there to eat now. Ee-yi-yi. Come here, you beautiful pork loin. Isn't that beautiful pork loin? It really is. Let's get in there like a little gentleman. And you did too, bless your heart. Stir it in there. Now, I'm going to bring you to a barrel or a boil, whatever you want to call that. And then I'm going to put it on a low fire and cook it about 2 hours. I think that's about the best way to put that. And it tastes better when you cook it slow. That's true. Let me see, there's 2 pages to this recipe. Wait, 2 hours. I remember that much about it, didn't I? Now I'm gonna bring that to a boil, but I got to cut this oven down on those pork loin I got in there. I'm gonna cut that down to about 325 or 320. Actually, 300 is what I'm going to put it on. And let that cook, and it'll cook just as pretty and nice as anything you ever saw. Got to bring this to a boil. Then cut that fire down a little bit. It's about to boil right now. Go on, boil, baby. You see a white spot never boil. I'm watching hell out of that, and it's boiling right now. You know, my mother used to make this backbone and toast, but she didn't have a lot of the things that I put in there today because they didn't have them around at that time. They like for instance this unsweet light baker. That's wonderful. It really is, and it helps the flavor too. And you need a little juice in there, and I put a little juice in. Come on, boil that baby wings for me. I appreciate it. Get it on the fire right, maybe it'll work. It does. Come on, baby. That's on medium low. I'll put it up on medium. Bring that thing to a boil. I'm gonna put it on simmer. Let it simmer all it wants to. It'll boil in just a minute, and I'm gonna sit back down over there and eat and tell you all a few stories. Because I got 3 or 2 I want to tell you. They're old ones that I've told before, but I haven't heard them in a long time myself, and I'll get to where I want to hear them again, you know? Cajun stories, and I'm half Cajun and proud of it, very proud of that. My mama was Louisiana French Cajun, wonderful cook, a creative cook that I inherit her creativity, I think, and that's why I create different dishes most people wouldn't even dream of, and I wonder where they come from with me too. Now that's beginning to boil. So I'm gonna put the lid on that and lower that fire to a simmer, and let that rascal cook and cook and cook until it gets tired of cooking. Come on down there, fire. Come on down, be nice. Not too far. There you go, simmering around, and my stomach's growling. I ought to hear that. It tastes, it smells that, and it's doggone good stuff. Before I take a bite of anything, I'm going to tell you a story, a Cajun story that very few people know this about me, but I'm a safety engineer by profession. I'm a professional member of the American Society of Safety Engineers and have been for too many years. And this happened because I used to train men and women to become safety engineers and safety, they got all kind of funny names for them now, but they're still to me just safety people. And a big oil company in South Louisiana brought 2 Cajuns to me and said, look, we want you to train these men to be good safety people. So I'll do my best. Do you know how I train them, huh? They said, no, but we always know that you never have seen one come out that was bad. I said, yeah, 1 or 2, but they didn't stay in safety. I got them out of it. They got to be with me for 6 months, 5 days a week, 5 working days a week for 6 months. They got to go everywhere with me. You got to pay all the expenses of me and them. Whether I'm making a talk, or if I'm cooking somewhere, or if I'm talking about safety to someone, or setting up a safety program, these 2 men got to go all the time. He said, that's what they said, that's all right. Now let me tell you something about Cajun people. They'll bet you on anything in this world. I've got to remind you that comes into this story after a while. They can't help but bet on anything, I guarantee. Well, these 2 men, I said, look, I want you to go to Chicago to the National Safety Conference. When you get up there, I want you to go to every class that you possibly can and learn all you possibly can about safety. And when you brought yourself back down here, you can talk with me and I'll talk with you, and maybe you can tell me some stuff I don't know, and maybe you'll tell me some stuff that I can help you with. But don't miss those meetings. You go to those. Okay, you stand, that's my name in French. So they went to Chicago, and they went to all the meetings. They didn't miss any meeting. They went to every damn one of them. But on the last night, they had a big banquet at 8 o'clock in the big boarding house where they were staying, a big hotel. And they met in the lobby at 7 o'clock. And one of them said, do you know this fellow was going to make that spoke tonight, huh? I said, no, I don't know him. He said, no, I don't know him. He said, I wonder if you stand on him. I don't care if you stand on him or not, I don't know him. And I'm so tired. I got so much in my head I'm trying to remember so I can talk to you today about it. I don't know what they did. Let's don't go. Autumn said, okay, let's don't go. Let's go up to one of our rooms, drink a few beers, and watch television. So they went upstairs, and they were watching television. And the television come on there, and there was a good-looking female girl, lady women, sitting on the ledge on the 22th floor of one of them tall buildings in Chicago. And you could hear the television people talk with them, because your television people, they're sneaky. They talk to you, and you can talk to them too, you know. Somebody on television say, please don't jump. She said, I'm going to jump. Please don't jump. Think about you, Papa. I ain't got no Papa. Me, I'm going to jump. One of them Cajuns said, I bet you $50 you don't jump. He said, you got to bet, my friend. Please don't jump. Think about you, Mama. I ain't got no Mama. I'm going to jump. Think about you cheering. I ain't got no cheering. I'm going to jump. Choom, she jumped. That kid say, here's your $50. Say, I can't took that. How come the reason you can't took that, huh? If you bet, and I'll bet with you. Nope, can't took it. How come you can't took it? Well, you know, I was watching the 6 o'clock news, and I saw this same thing, and I knew she was going to jump. That other kid said, I was watching it too, and I didn't think she'd do it the second time. Let me pour myself a little wine. A little red wine goes good with pork, goes good with anything. Somebody said, what kind of wine should I have with this? What kind of wine you got? That's all. That's what you have to do. We'll take a little sip to see if this is going to taste good or not. Tastes good enough. Let me put a little bit of this pork backbone on my plate. Oh, that look good. Hoo-hoo-hoo-wee. I believe it's going to taste good, too. I'm going to see about it right now. Y'all don't mind, I'm sure. Just take a little taste of this good, tender pork loin. Let's see about this backbone and turnip. I love backbone and turnip. Oh, man. That are good, I guarantee. So good, I got to take another little taste or so. You know how it is. Ooh-wee. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Wipe your mouth, Justin, all right? Take a sip of wine, all right? Sip of wine. Ooh, boy. Oh, man, come here, backbone. See if you taste as good as that roast. Tastes even better. If possible, it does, I guarantee. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee. I'm gonna taste this jambalaya first. Let's just go ahead on and cook. Get the part of the chicken that I like. Turtle stew, come here, boy. You know that looks good? This is going to be good, I guarantee. Talk to it like it knows what I'm talking about. I like it, it's good. I believe in easy cooking, believe me, I do. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee. And today we're gonna have two little different things. I'm gonna make a cold chicken consomme in this pot right here. I love consomme, and I like cold consomme, and I like hot consomme, and I like chicken consomme, and I like any other kind of consomme anybody has, you know? And let me turn the fire on here. That's the wrong one. I always do get the wrong one. Oh, yeah. That is water. I put some water in there that I'm going to put some chicken wings. I put the chicken wings in there and cook them till the meat water fall off of it. Then I let it cool to get the meat, the chicken out, and take it off the bone. Take the bones out, and then just let it clear itself up and put it in the refrigerator. It comes out cold consommé. It's very good, too. Now, into this pot right here, I'm going to put 6 chicken wings. Go in there like nice little cherry. Now you're going chicken, nice wings. 2 there. Now you can make it. You can also use mixed thighs with this, chicken thighs. I'll never forget the time I was in Shreveport with somebody, and I had a Cajun, full bleed Cajun with me, and in a place where you could get all the chicken you could eat. We were sitting there, and the waitress came over and said, "Anything else I can get for you?" And this Cajun from Marksville said, "I would like 2 thighs and a wing." And she looked at me and said, "What did he say?" I said, "He wants 2 thighs and a wing." I thought she was going to shoot us both, I'll tell you the truth. Now, into this, I'm going to put, I could put thighs in there, but I decided just to use wings today. I'm going to put about a tablespoonful of steak sauce. Come on, get out of there now. I want to get all of you in there that I possibly can. Boy, that spoon's too big to get down in there. It is. Stir that around a little bit. And then I'm going to put about a half a cup of dry white wine. Yeah. And I stir. I want that to be right. Put a little garlic powder in there. That's garlic powder. Oh boy, this is good. And the chicken tastes good when it comes out of that. I got to put some salt in there. I'm gonna put some little bit of onion powder, just so that garlic won't be lonesome all by itself in there, you know. Let's get this stirred up good. You think I'm not gonna break that up the wrong? How you going? Let's start the boiling. That'll broke it up, I guarantee. Then all get in there. Get in there. Get in now. You know something? That's trying to act smart with me. It ain't gonna get, not gonna do it. I'm gonna get it all out of there. There you go. That's onion powder. I need every bit of it in there. Must have been a little damp when we put it in there, so it won't act like that. Stir, always stir. I put a little dried mint, about, this is not quite a teaspoonful, about half a teaspoonful in there. And stir that in. Go it on. Let's broke up there some now. How we going? I'm gonna put some dried parsley in there too. And it is very good seasoning, dried parsley. That's about a half a cup of dried parsley. It's just that many chicken wings. Ain't nothing to it hardly. And it doesn't look bad in the consommé when it's through, too. Got to put a little salt in this, just a little salt. Salt to taste, my taste. I'm gonna put just about a teaspoonful of salt. And I know you don't think that's a teaspoonful. Some of it's just doubting Thomases and Thomasinas. But I'm gonna show you that that is a teaspoonful of salt. Exactly. With 3 extra grams. And that's all the salt it'll need. Now, I've got to put a little cayenne pepper in there, but somebody can talk about, but not much. There's hardly none. Not too hot. You know, Cajun people don't like food too hot. They like it well seasoned and tasty. But if you get too much pepper, they're just like anybody else. They don't like it. I don't like it either. Come on now, now we're going. I got something else I got to cook. I got to tell a story about this next one too. Now, I'm gonna put the lid on that and I'm gonna cut the fire down. I got to cut that fire down some because that'll boil all over the stove and I'd have to clean it up, and I ain't in the mood to clean it up in the stove, I can tell you that. So sit down and find the thing and put it on real low. No, put it on lower than that. Put it on simmer, 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 simmer. Now, I can see that flame right there. Close enough, close enough. Let me move this stuff out of my way. Put it over here in this thing. Put this with it. I'm gonna leave the salt and the red pepper there because I'm gonna use some more of that in something in okra and crawfish and mushroom. Now that sounds like it may be delicious, and it is delicious. Believe me, it is. We put this in here. Let me get my recipe. I watch my recipe because when you write as many of them as I have, it ain't a way to remember them. Into here, I'm gonna put okra. I better tell you that story. Once there was an old mama crawfish, you know, who took 3 little baby crawfish out to see the world for the first time, you know. And they were going through the pasture, going real slow and looking. She was explaining this and explaining that. And they come up on a cow. And boy, those 3 little baby crawfish, zoom, high gear reverse, got out of there in a hurry. And she ran back there and got him, said, "What's the matter with you? What that is, Mama? What that is, huh?" "Oh," she said, "that's a cow, and a cow don't eat crawfish. Come on, let's go." So they walked some more, about a couple of more acres, and a great big mule was there, and them 3 little baby crawfish, zoom, high gear reverse some more. And she ran back and said, "What in the world's the matter with you children, huh? What's wrong with you? What that is, my mama?" "Oh," she said, "that's a mule, and a mule don't eat crawfish, you know. Come on, let's go. I got to show you this world and before dark." And they went, but didn't go very far, and the old mama crawfish said, "Let's put it in high gear reverse now, children, too. What you see right there is a Cajun, and he'll eat anything in this world, I guarantee." Into this right here, I'm gonna put some water. Got to put a little water, or I'm gonna put mushroom stock or water. Put that in there. And I got to turn that fire on and get that to sizzling. Can't help but get the right one there, you know. Come on, water, let's get going. And into this, I'm going to put 8 cups of cut okra. 8 cups, and that is so cold. I mean, it's thawed, but it's still cold, as you know. And let's get to cooking. That's beautiful okra. On, baby, start boiling. Start boiling red now. And I'm gonna put 2 cups of chopped canned tomatoes. And I'm gonna stir it. That's canned tomatoes that are chopped real good. Got to get it all. Don't mess around with that now. And stir. Now into that, I'm gonna put 2 cups of chopped mushrooms. Now I like shiitake mushrooms, but I don't have them this morning. These are regular ones that you can get in any store that has any mushrooms at all. They'll have there. Stir. We're gonna put these mushrooms in there. Mix them up good. They taste good. Mushrooms have a good flavor. And in different kinds. The ones you gather in the woods are so good. I can't gather them. I don't go out there. I find the wrong ones, just sure as hell. But these are good. These are not chopped, they're sliced. Sliced mushrooms. They'll pick up the flavor though, and they will add to the flavor. Now into that, I'm gonna put 2 cups of chopped onion. Without onion, it wouldn't be worth a damn. Onion improve anything. I don't like a potato salad that doesn't have onion in it. You get them in some restaurants, they're afraid people get offended if they got onion. But you know, people like I do, excuse me, they ain't gonna get offended. They're gonna eat the hell out of them onion, no matter what you got in it. Let's go. Stir it up good as you stand, so it can't argue with you. Now, believe it or not, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put a teaspoonful of garlic. Come here, baby. Chopped garlic, chopped real fine. Let's get all of it. Garlic goes with onions. Onions go with garlic. And I like them both. I like an onion sandwich with a little garlic like that put on it. It's awful good. You eat that at night when there's nobody around. They won't say anything to you, but you smell like garlic. Sure do. Just eat some. Now into that, I'm going to put just a little cup of dry white wine. Isn't that great? Now, let's stir that in there good. That's smelling good already. Y'all smell that? I smell it, and it's good too, yeah. Whew. I got to put some salt on that. Salt to taste is what it says here. I ain't gonna put the crawfish in there yet. I got to get this cook a little bit first. Yeah, but salt to taste, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a teaspoonful of salt. I already showed you this, a teaspoonful. Not an extra grain in that, not enough. Just a couple. Hands are clean, believe me. I wash them more than anybody I know. Keep them clean. Now, I could put a little hot pepper in that, but some people may not like that, so I'm not going to put it in there right now. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that cook a little bit. I think I'll put the lid on at the top and bring it to a boil. And the best way to do this is you put everything in there except the crawfish. And you cook until the okra is tender. That means the onion will be tender too. There's an onion trying to get away from me. Come in here. Man, what in the world? Right on the spoon. Let me put the lid on this and let it cook a little bit. I'll tell you all a story. Maybe 2 of them need a bit of telling. But I'm not going to put any hot pepper on it. It doesn't need it. It does not need it at all. And my nose is athletic, you know, Olympic style, running. Hay fever or something like that, I don't know what. I would like to tell you a story about 3 Cajuns that were at the Female Women's Hospital in Baton Rouge, waiting for their wives who were in another room waiting to deliver. And I don't mean groceries, no. In a few minutes, the nurse come out and said, Mr. Mélenchon, hey, baby, hey, what I got, baby, what I got? I said, you got twins, Mr. Mélenchon. What you said? You got twins. Twins, that's right, twins. Twins, that's right, twins. A beautiful girl and a handsome young man. Lovely twin. Did I understood you to say twins? That's right. For true, I got twins. That's right, you got twins. You guarantee I got twins? I guarantee you got twins. Well, it's only right and proper. I should have twins. I'm the head baseball scout for the Minnesota Twins baseball team in South Louisiana, and I should have twins. He turned around on other two occasions, gave each one of them 2 cigars, and he left just proud as he could be to have twins. A few minutes, the same nurse come out and said, Mr. Bourgeois, hey, baby, what I got, huh? You got more than one, too, Mr. Bourgeois. More than one, too, what you mean, I got twins? She said, no, you got triplets, you got 3 of them. Then I understood you to said, I got 3. That's right, you got 3. For true, I got 3. For true, you got 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. You guarantee I got 3. I guarantee you got 3. Well, it's only right and proper. I should have 3. I'm the head salesman engineer for the 3M company in South Louisiana. I should have 3. He turned that other kid and gave him 3 cigars. He was hitting the door. He said, where the hell are you going? He said, I'm leaving here. I drive a truck for the 7-Up company. You got to cook a little faster than that. I got to put you on a little faster than that. Now you're going. Hoo-wee, yeah. Put this pot on there better too. In just a few moments, if I can see that okra is tender, I'm gonna put them crawfish in there and mix it all together some more, you know. And it's good. It tastes good. It looks pretty, and it tastes better than it looks. I'll tell you that for true. Now I got to see how that chicken is doing on that consommé while I'm up to do that too. All right. Man, you got to come to a better boil than that. I don't want it to boil over though. It's hot. It's hot. Now into this right here in just a few moments, I'm going to put a pound of peeled crawfish